All right, welcome to our webinar, everybody. We will go ahead and get started, and I imagine some more people will filter in here over the next few minutes, but we will go ahead and get started. So my name is Hunter Meek. I am the marketing director here at Pipeline ROI. We provide marketing and workflow solutions for mortgage professionals as well as real estate agents and brokers. Today we're going to talk specifically about lead generation tactics for mortgage pros. So I would say that this is a pretty popular topic no matter what industry you're talking about. Lead generation is kind of what drives business for regardless of what industry you're in. To get sales, you need leads, right? That being said, if you've seen Glengarry Glen Ross, it's all about the leads, right? That's kind of something we probably take for granted, but like I said, that's kind of the lifeblood of your business. So especially more than ever today, people use information from all over the place to make their buying decisions. They're searching online, especially the younger generation has grown up Googling everything, right? If we have a question about something, we need to find some information about something. What is the first thing we do? We Google it. It used to be, you know, maybe we would ask a parent or a friend or somebody in that industry, maybe just open up the yellow pages and call the first lender that you saw there and ask them a question. But it's really just not like that anymore, right? It's directly on our smartphones. It takes about 2 seconds to Google something and get some information, and so that's what we do. The important thing for you to remember is you need to be found, right? So if people are looking for information, if they are Googling questions about loan rates or different kinds of loans, the process of getting a loan and what they can expect and those kind of things, you should be the one to provide that information for them, right? You want to be the one that they find their answers from and see you as a trusted professional, an expert in the field who can help them out. Providing that info is not enough though, right? You want to make sure and get their contact info. That's what actually turns them into a lead, is capturing that contact information so that you can contact them and continue that process moving forward to where they hopefully eventually become an actual client. That's lead capture. So we'll just jump right in here. We've got 7 things that we will go over really quickly. I'm not going to dive real deep into how to do all of these things. I just want to get them on your radar and let you do a little research beyond this, maybe to see how you can implement them, or of course we can definitely help with that with our platform, but I won't give you the hard sales pitch today. So doorway forms. These are just forms that pop up after a certain number of clicks or page views on your website. So it could be, you could put a form in front of any kind of information where you think or where you can see that lots of people are hitting your website. Maybe it's, like we said, information about different loan programs or types that somebody's searching for. One thing that a lot of people sort of miss here is that you have to ask for the information, right? So if you have a page with great information on it that somebody finds valuable, but you don't have a form where they can say, hey, I'd like to get some more information about this, or they're looking at a page about refinance, and you don't pop up a form that says thinking about refinancing, contact us and we can get you some more information, or we can answer your questions, and ask for their name and email and or phone. If you don't ask for it, you're not going to get it. That seems overly obvious, but you'd be surprised how often people forget or just don't put lead capture forms in specific places on their website, and you're potentially missing out on a lot of leads, especially if you're spending the time and effort to drive traffic to these pages and to your website. Finish the job, right? Don't just get them there and let them just check everything out and then leave without asking for their contact information. So there we go. Never be afraid to ask. So like I said, maybe it's a page on your website about refinancing. Why would I do this? How's it going to help me? Don't just give them this page, right? Pop a form up there that says, are you thinking about refinancing? Give us a little information. I would suggest, honestly, a shorter form than this. This is pretty detailed. You just want to get the conversation started. If they've landed on a page on your site about refinancing, they're potentially going to be refinancing sometime soon. If that's something you do and you offer, get their contact information so that you can continue the conversation, and like we said, end up with them as a client. Another good idea for lead capture is eBook landing pages. So basically this is just a page where you're offering content that it doesn't actually exist on your website, right? So the content itself is an ebook, so it might be in PDF format, so something that they actually have to fill out the form on your landing page to download the information. It's kind of the same idea as those doorway forms we just talked about, but in this situation it's required, right? So usually on doorway forms you can have the option to make them optional, so somebody can, you're asking for their information, but you might not necessarily require them 100% of the time to fill it out and continue to view the information. You don't want to completely box people in necessarily all the time. But with an ebook like this, you get their information up front, and they download the ebook, whether it's something about credit scores, closing costs, staying approved, anything that somebody might have questions about or be searching for information on. You can provide that for them. So I don't necessarily expect all of you to know how to add an ebook landing page to your site. First of all, you have to create the ebook, which, who knows if you truly have time or skill to do that. With Pipeline ROI, we do have, I believe, 10 or 12 ebooks already written and designed and created for you, and with just 1 or 2 clicks, you can add this page to your website about the ebook itself with the form, and offer people this useful information that they're looking for, and you capture the lead. This is a great way. This is one of the best ways that we've seen customers have success generating leads, and it's one of our favorites here as well. So some of you that are here may have downloaded an ebook from us at some point about marketing or whatever it was. Well, you became a lead for us, right? We captured you as a lead. You're in our system. We're sending you great, useful information. I'm going to assume that's true because you haven't unsubscribed or left yet. So we appreciate that, and that's really what ebook landing pages are about. You're giving somebody valuable information that they're looking for, that they're requesting, and then you are seen as the expert on that topic. Loan quotes. So this is something that, and I have a couple of images here. Some people may be not quite ready to fill out a full loan app right now. They may be starting the journey of possibly home ownership, and they want to just kind of test the waters and see what they might be able to expect. So some people just kind of want a quote. It's a little simpler. It's a little less intimidating than a full loan app. Having something like that on your site can generate a lot of leads. I would suggest having a strong CTA, which stands for call to action. So this example you see here, get a custom quote, that button at the bottom that says get a quote now, that's what they're trying to do, right? They want to get a quote. Make that simple for them. That right there pops up a little form where you get some information and you can provide them what they're looking for. That image on the right was just something, this is actually a customer of ours that I saw post something on their Facebook business page about kind of some rate updates with a link to where somebody could go get a quote. And that, I think that specific post got 100 and something likes and a few shares, and so people were seeing that and probably clicking through and hopefully turning into leads for this customer. And then of course your actual full like online loan application. I'm sure you guys have seen the quick rise of Rocket Mortgage from Quicken Loans, and we've done some content about that and some webinars about that specifically. And honestly, guys, they have millions and millions of dollars behind the advertising and promotion of this, but at the end of the day, it's just offering ease and convenience and speed for somebody who wants to go online and apply for a loan. You can do this yourself, right? It doesn't take millions of dollars. We offer a nice secure online loan app with Pipeline ROI where somebody can go fill that out wherever they are. The younger generations especially, we expect this, right? We don't necessarily think that we want to come into the office and then maybe fax you some documents later, and this is just second nature to us to go online and start filling something out. So you being able to offer that is a great way to generate really qualified leads. Obviously, if they're at this point, that's a really valuable lead, as opposed to maybe somebody who's just testing the waters with a quote or something like that. Promote this, right? That's another thing that, when it comes to lead capture, it's not enough to just have the information and have the forms on your site and cross your fingers and hope that somebody will find you. Promote it. If you're on Facebook, promote it there. If you're not, I would recommend getting on there. I don't think you necessarily need to go sign up for 5 or 6 different social media platforms if you're not on them already. Start with Facebook, and that's where the most people are. That's where you can get the most exposure. It's free. Of course, you can pay to boost your posts and to advertise to people that you may not already be friends with or connected to, or maybe people who haven't liked your business page. And they actually have some really cool targeting with Facebook ads too, where they use all kinds of data to kind of determine people who would be in the market for a loan. But yeah, it's not enough to just have the information. You have to promote it. You have to get it out there and actually direct people to it. I know that you guys are probably thinking about compliance with, whether it's TRID or whatever it is, about having a full online loan app on your site and everything. That's just something, that's going to be an individual. It depends on your company and what you're comfortable with, and but that's something again that we offer is a nice online loan app that you can have right on your website, and that is a great way to generate leads. So referrals, I'm sure probably all of you have referrals as one of your main sources of leads probably. It's kind of the, I guess you could say, probably the oldest, most original form of lead generation. Word of mouth is still extremely popular. If a good friend or family member or coworker, whoever it is, recommends something to you, uh, you usually take that pretty seriously. If you specifically, if you ask them, hey, who did you use? You know, where did you get your loan? Who did you use? How was it? If they have nothing but great things to say, that person most likely is going to uh, stop their search right there and give you a call or contact you, as opposed to going to try to find somebody else. It's easier. It's somebody they trust. It's not a random person online who said, I used so and so and it was great. It's somebody that they already know and trust. But are you getting as many referrals as you possibly can? Are you actually asking for them? It goes back to what we said at the beginning. Don't be afraid to ask. Make it easy. So supply a template that somebody could use. I would say also use sites like Zillow. If your business is on Google My Business, you can have reviews on Google as well, where somebody can rate you 1 to 5 stars or whatever, and write a little note about their experience with you. Zillow is the same way. I've seen a lot of lenders recently, a few customers of ours actually, where they have 50, 60, 70 5-star reviews from Zillow or from people on Zillow that used them as their lender. That speaks volumes, right? That's proof to somebody that it's not a fly-by-night deal. It's not somebody that can't be trusted. There are lots of people who have been very happy with your service. If you're not using those things, I would recommend to try and at least get that started. Go look that up. If you need to create, a profile on Zillow, if you need to add your business to Google My Business, that's really simple and easy. I promise it doesn't take but 10 minutes. Go do that. And then when you work with people, when you get to the end of the transaction and everything has gone smoothly, ask them, hey, would you be willing to, to go on here and give me a little feedback, and start building that library of reviews up so that you can really leverage it to create more leads in the future. So a rate lock advisory is something that we also offer. That's a good, kind of going back to the beginning when we talked about offering quality content, things that people are looking for. This is probably not something that the average person could find out on their own. Should I float? Should I lock? What should I do? Depending on what's happening in the markets and everything. Now, if you have to put this together yourself, it might take a little bit of time. It might be kind of intimidating for you. This is actually something that we provide for customers that's updated daily with the most recent information that you can just add to your website as a page. You can also add it as an email campaign that we have that will go out to your contacts, that directing them back to this information. Paid options. So this is something that some people really want to go the organic route, I guess you could say, and generate all of their own leads from their own stuff, and don't want to spend anything on advertising. But there are also a lot of people that have had a lot of success with it. And at the end of the day, it is an option, right? It may not be the first thing you want to do is throw money at lead generation, but it's something that really has potential and can boost your lead generation, even if it's maybe in the short term. If you want to do some of this as you build up your personal website and your different lead generation options that we've talked about before. Maybe this is just something you use for a little while. The one thing I would say with these paid options is keep an eye on your ROI. So it's, if you are going to spend money on it, don't just blindly throw the money at it and then think later on, oh, well, how many leads did I get from that last month, and did any of them end up closing, and what did I spend versus what did I make? Get that kind of locked down early on so that you know whether or not that money that you're spending is paying off or not. So Google AdWords, this is probably another thing that you've heard of, and maybe a lot of times we have customers that are kind of intimidated by this. I'll say this, it does take a little bit of time to get Google AdWords stuff set up. If you wanted to try to learn it yourself, it is going to be a fairly significant time investment. The cool thing is you can set your own budget. If you only want to spend a few bucks a day, you can do that. One thing to remember here, though, is you're potentially going to be bidding for this ad space against Quicken Loans, against LendingTree, or whatever it may be, that have serious budgets. The good news is also, though, that you can target these by location. So if you wanted to just target your very local area, you could do that, and there will probably be less competition from those big mortgage chains if you target it that way. There's tons of resources for this online that you can go look up and find out how to do it. But to be honest, personally, I would recommend having somebody run that for you that has experience there, because there is a little bit of a learning curve. So I just did a search. I'm here in Oklahoma City. I just did a search for like mortgage loan in Oklahoma City. Those 4 results right there at the top, those are all ads. Bank of Oklahoma, Focus OK, those are local. And then you see the 3 and 4 is Quicken Loans and LendingTree. I'm going to guess that they either have this really well targeted, or that they are paying a good amount to show up above Quicken and LendingTree there. The other cool thing about AdWords is it's a PPC, it's a pay-per-click model. So technically, until I click any of these links right here, none of those companies have paid anything. It's not per impression, it's per click. So you actually, you can get some exposure and some eyes on your brand, even if somebody might not click that ad. Of course, you do want them to click and go through and land on a page where you've got some good information in a nice form that they fill out, where you capture their lead, because that's really what we're talking about today. So I know we kind of like flew through those, but like I said, I didn't want to go real deep into any of them, because I just kind of want to inspire you and give you these ideas that you can kind of go work on and research a little more yourself, or of course give us a call. We can help you with a lot of these things. So don't be afraid to ask. Offer value, whatever it is on your website. It shouldn't be there if it's not valuable, if it's not something that will actually help somebody. With that being said, put it behind a contact form. Pop something up that asks somebody, oh, are you looking at a VA loan? We specialize in this, and here's some information. Or just remember to put forms on there. If you don't know how to do that, I'm sure your website provider can help you with that. Of course, we can help you with that as well. And then simple forms. So as I said earlier, don't give somebody a huge, long, intimidating form that they are not going to take the time to fill out. Strong calls to action. Instead of, a button that says submit, how about a button that says get my quote now? Be intentional with those things. Don't overthink it, but also don't take for granted, just using the default sort of wording. Promote pages wherever you can. Like I said, it's not enough to just hope that somebody's going to land on your site and voluntarily give you their information. Promote it via social media. Tell your friends about it. Do some local networking stuff. Get your cards out there. Expand your sphere of influence, as they call it. The more exposure you have, the more potential leads you have to capture. Referrals, be proactive about those. Don't just expect people who had a good experience with you to remember to go tell everyone they know. Remind them, hey, it would be super helpful, if you know anybody that's looking to buy a home and needs a loan or whatever it is. There's nothing rude about that, to remind somebody, especially if they had a good experience with you. I think they more often than not, they'll be willing to do that for you. Look into paid options. Like I said, keep an eye on your ROI. If you want to do some advertising, if you want to spend a little money at it, just make sure that what you're doing is coming back as leads that turn into revenue for you. That's just smart business. Real quick, like I said, I won't give you a hard sell on our stuff today. Just kind of wanted to give you some information, but we do have a full marketing and workflow platform for mortgage professionals. You get a nice mobile responsive website, all of that stuff that we mentioned, the loan app, the loan quotes, mortgage calculators, the rate lock advisory, all those things, plus some stuff that we didn't get into today, electronic doc delivery and e-signing. Way too much to mention right here, right now, but we're offering, since all of you guys came to the webinar today, we are offering 20% off of our setup cost, and then it's just $59 or sorry $69 a month to get our entire platform of tools. Check out pipelinерoi.com if you want to kind of read a little bit more about what we offer, but you can also call in and talk to somebody right now if you have specific questions, or you want to see an example of our sites or any certain feature. You can call that 866-300-1550. You can email us at info@pipelinерoi.com, and we will do our best to show you what you need to see and answer your questions, and really help you look at how you can do a better job of generating leads and ultimately doing what you all want to do, of course, which is make more money. That's all I've got for you guys today. I appreciate everybody being here. Like I said, just give us a call, check out the website, email us. We are here and we are ready to help you. Keep in touch, and I'll make sure and follow up with you guys and get you some more information. We'll be doing more webinars in the near future, so hopefully you can join us for those. And again, just thanks everybody for being here today, and have a wonderful rest of your Monday.